What's up, everybody? Next week on June 20th, we get the new Apex Dress to Kill collection event, which includes the long-awaited Horizon Heirloom, but with it also includes changes coming to loot, weapons, legends. So we're going to go ahead and go through those changes. Unfortunately, we're not getting a split in the season. As we play it with this bad rank system, I wish we had a split because I'm about to have to create another account so I can keep playing ranked and have something to play for. But that's another video for another time. I actually do have a video talking about the rank system. I'll go ahead and link that down below if you want to watch that. There's a trailer here. If you want to watch the trailer, this post will be linked down below, as well as the Armed and Dangerous stuff, the collection event items. I'm not going to go over any of that, but if you want to check that out for yourself, it's all going to be linked down below. Here's what everyone's been waiting for. Here's the Horizon Heirloom. It is this space mace is what I'm going to call it. They're calling it the Gravity Maw. And then, of course, there's going to be a reward tracker. There's going to be store stuff. Like I said, if you want to check that all out, this is going to be linked down below, but we're just here for the patch notes. So for the balance updates, the weapon crafting rotation, the R99 and the Rampage are now entering into the crafter. The alternator and the Sentinel are now going to the floor. I think a lot of people are going to be crafting the R99. I probably will be, just because it's so good. But otherwise, I'll just run the car. But I'm glad to see the alternator back on the floor. It's such a great starting SMG until you can find something better. One of the best options to land on, in my opinion. The evac tower is getting a reduced spawn rate to match the spawn rate of heat shields. The mobile respawn beacon is getting a slightly increased respawn rate, so we will be able to find more mobies, which I think is definitely a good thing. I would like to see the evac tower actually go into the crafter, and so I would like heat shields in the crafter rotationally as well, besides just the mobile respawn beacon. Weapon updates, the Nemesis is getting a slight nerf, but it's still going to be able to do the same damage. It's still going to ramp up at the same rate and still have the same fire rate. So not really much of a nerf. The projectile speed, aka bullet velocity, if you play Call of Duty like I mainly do, or Project Gravity, is going to be increased while the speed's reduced. So essentially they're reducing bullet velocity, increasing bullet drop, to put it in some other terms. The EVE 8's getting an increased base rate of fire and an increased white bolt rate of fire, but the rate of fire staying the same for blue, purple, and gold. I think the EVE 8 definitely needed a nerf. I think this is a good nerf. Not nerf, sorry, buff. Seer, that's going to be the big nerf here. Seer, his passive is reduced down to 50 meters. It was 75 meters for his heartbeat sensor. I still think it should be like 15 or 20 max, but 50 is a lot better than 75, and I'm super glad about that nerf. And the initial heartbeat delay is significantly reduced, so you can use the heartbeat quicker, but the range is going to be less. So it's a little bit of a balance there, but it's definitely a nerf. Then we have the focus of attention, which is his tactical. The range is reduced to 60 meters now. It's down to 75, so that's his Q scan. The firing speed is increased, so now it shoots out faster, about 30% faster. But now it no longer cancels heals, it doesn't cancel revives, and it doesn't cancel respawn beacon interaction. And the scan time is now reduced all the way to 2.5 seconds, down from 8 seconds. And it'll scan once again, includes a full body highlight if you can scan people again. Not scan them again. That's now re-included where it didn't show the full body highlight before. Last time they changed it, it was just the diamond and the health, and then like footsteps. I don't ever run Seer because I refuse to run that cheesy character. But anyways, enemies hit by focus attention are now slowed for 2.5 seconds. So it's a little bit of a balance. Now you get slower movement speed if you're hit by his Q. And the silence time is increased to 10 seconds. It was 1.75. So enemies are silenced by Seer, now also highlighted with a threat outline to Seer and his teammates, but only when they are in line of sight. The ultimate is his ultimate now, his throw range is reduced down to about 15 meters. It was 50 meters. So that's a huge nerf. You can't throw it super far and then push into the fight. You really have to throw it in the fight and where you're fighting. And now the diamonds are removed on enemies moving. It will only show footsteps moving around inside of his ult. And diamond markers will now only appear when enemies shoot, and they only appear for 1.25 seconds. Quality of life in the firing range is now getting a new option to switch to third person, new option to show a general purpose timer. I'm not really sure what a general purpose timer is. The third person, now you no longer have to do the glitch / Easter egg to get into third person. And new options to match dummy helmets to shield levels. So when you put red shields on them, they'll get purple helmets. Before the helmet stayed white, so it wasn't quite accurate if you wanted to do a fully looted, fully healthy opponent simulation. And now general dummies and collisions updates, they're going to be spawning Spawn distancy and frequency improvements. I have noticed that the dummies, when I use this for warm-up, spawn really far away, and they don't spawn as often as I would like. And now they're redesigning the firing range targets, so whatever that means. They added more hot links to gain weapon mastery XP. Not really sure what that means. Audio engine stability improvements. Let's hope that just means more footsteps. I don't care about anything else. I just want the footsteps. Bloodhound Trials updated loot on World's Edge to now dispense smart loot for the active team in the trials at the end of each challenge round. So upgraded the loot. It's now smart loot. And so that's a nice change. But I don't think trials is hit very often. At least it's not by my squad. And when we do land there, it never seems like anyone goes with us. Newcastle now destroys jump pads and crypto drones on castle wall impact like other placeable objects. I've never seen a Newcastle wall land on jump pads or land on crypto drones or necessarily near them. But Newcastle's a super underused character, legend, whatever. So I haven't experienced that. Extended support bins now have a higher chance of giving a mobile respawn beacon to support legends. Who have dead teammates. Banners are not required for a higher chance. Before, when they made the change at the beginning of the season, banners were required. Legends menu, they added a new Legend Bios tab, and they removed classes sub-tabs. I'm guessing that's just in the Legend menu in the main menu. That's super interesting. I like that they got rid of that. I hope they get rid of that in the menu selection as well and just go to the old screen, but whatever, not a big deal. And then on PC, they added a new menu option, clamp mouse cursor to game window. So that would essentially mean, I'm guessing, you can't get the cursor out of the window, which, considering I stream, I play music, I pause music, that's nice to be able to move my mouse out of the window, so I won't be using that. FPS in the lobby is now capped at 60 Hz, which should give higher-end graphic cards a chance to cool down between matches. That's nice. Intel Arc users don't know anything about that, and the DX12 stuff don't know anything about that. Updated podium screen to minimize white flashes. That's nice. And weapons menu added new weapon background tab. Don't care. And then as far as bugs, sorry, I've got stuff for work. For bugs, correct active ammo now shows in the inventory when if an ammo's active. I don't think there's anything super big here, really worth worrying about. Nothing I think that affects major gameplay. Fix occasional client crash when exiting IMC Armory. Fix an occasional crash when changing legends while emoting as ballistic and firing range. Fix pinging Icarus Bridge on Olympus. Fix an emergency replicator. Players no longer get stuck when crafting. That's a big one. That happened to my teammate the other day. Weapon Mastery Badge Preview. Volume sliders now increase, decrease correctly when using controller. Audio. Fix certain movement sounds taking priority over footsteps. That's big. Fix hearing ballistics tactical sound effect and other firing ranges. Fix incorrect sound effect. Fix more issues with server audio dropouts. That's good. Fix players emitting falling audio dying. Legend bug fixes. Ballistic backpack no longer stays open when down while Tempest is active. Fix an exploit where players could get a weapon with attachments into sling. New auto cycles, sling weapons when other weapons run out of ammo. Tactical lock-on effect no longer stays if down while locked on. Tactical lock-on no longer stays if hit by Seer's tactical and locked on. Lifeline fixed textures. Newcastle fixed inconsistencies with landing castle wall. Rampart Nemesis voice line no longer plays every time the gun's picked up. Good. Play Sheila turrets no longer keep the fast reloads of Ballistics Tempest. That's good. Valkyrie dummies not scanning firing range. Don't care. Heartbeat harmonizer skin no longer blocks ADS with Prowler 1x hollow. Okay. Improvements to Skyward's launch, avoiding obstacles that appeared above her after she had already started launching. Good. Watson fixed fences occasionally being invisible through doors. Solar static skin is no longer extra toothy, whatever that means. And Wraith into the Void no longer prevents Skydive from evac towers. That's good. Those are all the patch notes coming for the update/event on June 20th. If you want to check me out live, I'll probably be playing that night. Maybe not during the day, but probably at night. Twitch link is going to be down below, as well as the link to this blog post. And a link to the video about my thoughts on the rank system if you want to check that out. Also, have all my social medias linked down below, so please feel free to check those out. I do appreciate you following me, interacting with me on any platform. And let me know down in the comments what you think of these changes. And on your way out, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more content. But I will see you in Ranked. Get frying. Have a good day. Bye.